Let's remember about this field, circular field. Now, if you have a border or fence around it, we call that the circumference. But if we cut it into 4 parts or a quarter of it, and we put fences around it too, we call that the circumference too. And remember, circumference is only the lines or the border around a shape. Now, what do we call the inner part of it? When we want to find only the inside of it, we call that the area. So how do we find the area of a circle? There is an experiment that can describe this. Let's say we have a circle and we cut it into smaller pieces like this, and we lay it down in the form of a kind of rectangle like this. Because it resembles a rectangle, we can find the area just like a rectangle. For a rectangle, we multiply length and width, but in here, we multiply half of the circumference on the top and the radius. So the area is half of circumference times radius. It's going to be confusing, so let's make it less confusing. Half of circumference will be half of pi times diameter. And remember that half of diameter is actually radius. So it is the same as radius times pi times radius, or pi times radius times radius. Let's apply it to questions. If we have a circle with a radius of 14 centimeter, we will use pi 22/7. Remember, because it is multiples of 7. And then we multiply the pi times 14 times 14. And we can simplify it like this. If the radius is 10 centimeter, then it will be using 3.14. 3.14 times 10 times 10. And if the question shows the diameter, 28 centimeter, don't forget, we still use 22/7 because 28 centimeter is multiples of 7. But we use the radius, so 22/7 times 14 times 14. Why 14? Because 14 is half of 28, as in radius is half of diameter. So don't get mixed up which one is diameter, which one is radius. Radius is half of diameter, diameter is twice of radius. Now, if we have half a circle like this, or a semicircle, let's say the diameter is 14 centimeter. Diameter is the line over there, if you remember. Now, to find the area, it will be pi times radius, half of diameter, and we divide by 2. Do we utilize the 14 line? No, because remember, in area, we are only talking about the inside part. We are not talking about the fence. We are not talking about the border. We are talking just about the inside part. So pi times 7 divided by 2, and that's it. The same goes with quarter circle. If the radius is 10 centimeter, then we can just use pi times 10 times 10, and then divide it by 4, and that's it. We don't have to add with 7 or anything, because we are talking not about the borders, but talking about only the inside part.